read somewhere that maybe you had like a family band. You were playing drums, and I know you're a good drummer. You great job on your record, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then you went from drums to guitar. So who was in the band?
That one was just me and my two brothers. We didn't
Uh-huh.
even have a bass player because I guess bass wasn't the cool instrument to take up. When,
Somebody just play on the top string
right.
of your guitar. Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah.
We did my first band. I think we had 5 guitars and a drummer.
Yeah.
Never thought about anybody playing bass.
Because when you listen to like records and stuff, naturally, you don't really notice the bass. You're like, well, that's what a bass player does. No, I want to be out, playing the drums or something. But
so I read somewhere maybe you were thinking about maybe playing baseball at MTSU. Did I get that right?
I was signed a scholarship and had all my classes and schedule figured out. And the night before I was supposed to report up there, I called the coach on my own and said, "Man, I'm sorry, but I'm not coming anymore. I just really want to keep, stick with music,
Wow.
jump in." So
those are big moments.
it was the scariest and toughest decision of my life for sure. It was
What was it? Something tipped you there. I mean, was it just the reality of it, or?
yeah, I don't know. It was just a feeling that I don't know. I could just see. It's just a chapter of my life to where I was just really. I got such big butterflies knowing that, potentially I can never have to go to school again, or I didn't have to keep going to school in that at least.
Yeah.
And I could actually do what I love, every day, and whether that's, it didn't like ever occur to me like, well, it's hard to make it in the music. It's like, I just wanted to do it, and it doesn't. It's like either way, it doesn't matter. I was gonna die trying anyway, so I just wanted to start then.
I think that's the tipping point for all of us,
Mm-hmm.
and people. The question, I think, for people that are wanting to do this full time, that always ask that question, whether it's what advice do you have, or how do you expect me to quit my job and
Right.
this and that's like, man, if you're not willing to do this for
Exactly,
nothing,
man.
if,
No
if
kidding.
you don't love this, and like you say, staying up all night, it was the same way for me, when I was in school, me and my friends, it's all we wanted to do. It's all we ever did. You get out of class and you hook back up, and we just bang on guitars until we couldn't play anymore. It's
No kidding.
just love doing it.
Yeah.
And if
Being up late now, up like, after you get home from sports and you got a bunch of homework, but you finally get time to sit down with your guitar. It's just, good luck if you really are bitten by that music thing. Good luck telling any kid, especially at 18 or 19, to do anything else, because that's what made the decision so tough. Because I look up to my parents a lot and respect their opinions, but even they and everybody else around me, it's like, look, you need to go to college, you need to play this baseball thing, and I just couldn't do it. It scared me to death. I just wanted to do it, and
you have I've heard you talk about like even your new song about Mama and Jesus or whatever, about your rebellious years or whatever. I mean, what is rebellious years for you, or at times? What does that mean?
it got kind of weird for a little while. I mean, it's not like, I don't know.
I went to military school. I heard you mention it.
I thought
At least I didn't have to go to military
they
school.
threatened me with that.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
So I get it, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of like internal stuff that was going on with me as well, like personally, and just kind of trying to find myself and find my own way, and just it goes beyond like the whole what's the worst thing you ever did. It's like
Yeah,
it's
right.
not like I was getting arrested all the time or
Sure.
anything like that. So it was just
What helped get you on track, you think?
honestly music,
Mm-hmm.
and I always did music, and believe it or not, me and my dad always butted heads. I couldn't stand him for a while, you know, like when I was in middle school and high school, but it was it was honestly when I got into actual songwriting. Okay, now I think about it, songwriting is what really kind of flipped the switch for me, because I'm not never been really good with talking about how I feel or trying to whatever, but then
Yeah.
the therapy you get from songwriting and that outlet kind of opens up a lot. And then, you know, it made me and my dad closer because we had that common thing. And it's no matter how much I couldn't stand it when it came to music, it's like I loved it. And then it kind of just folded over a whole new leaf to where I was all around happier. Still always will, and always have that, you know, more rebellious thing that just drive. I don't know. Just as a
Yeah.
person, it's just I've always been more on the wild side, but
It
know.
is good to have a focus, whether, something, and I think that's probably, whether you focus on the wrong things or the right things, or hopefully, like we're fortunate enough just to have an outlet. That's why I work so hard to get musical instruments in the hands of kids,
No kidding.
because so
Could
many
really change lives.
kids that don't have anything at home around here, I think you and I at least were blessed to have have decent parents and that
No
kind of
kidding.
thing,
Yeah.
I mean, we still needed that. We needed somewhere to go.
Yeah.
And, just to be able to pick up a guitar and go close the door in our room and have somewhere to go being music or,
Mm-hmm.
writing, it's a blessing. That's
It
something
is.
I work real hard to, and everybody with the CMA and the festival, and we'll get into that, but, in Nashville, there wasn't any music, and needy kids around here didn't have any instruments, and now they do. And it's what you're talking about. People that I try to tell people, even that don't play music, if you just go and play a couple of notes on a piano, and even if you don't know
No
how to
kidding.
play,
Yeah.
your brain
Yeah.
immediately just kind of goes somewhere else. You can't explain
does.
it, but it's a weird thing.
It's like, yeah, it's the best, like, medicine, therapy.
You remember the first time your dad that you wrote something on a song that he complimented you?
Yeah, I was 15 and I was grounded in my
Grounded
room.
again.
Yeah, which is actually how I got to master my craft of songwriting. Thank God I was grounded all the time. But yeah, I was like pissed off and just came up with this thing and just wrote this song. And my dad heard me playing it in my room. He was like, "Wow, what is that?" And it was a whole song about being judged and people not understanding and whatnot. And he was actually going to play at Leapers Fork Puckett's, where that.
Sure.
And
I have a farm out there.
yeah, that he was going to play there, and the songwriters around and wouldn't let me stay home alone, so he brought me out there. And in the middle of that round, he called me up. He said, "Tuck, why don't you come play that song you're playing in your room?" First time I ever performed on stage outside of the drum set.
Really?
First
And
time
you
I ever
did it?
sang or play guitar for anybody, and that was that was when it was like, okay, yep,
How
this is it.
cool. And you remembered it?
Because it was like such a, I don't know, man. It's one of those like conviction, like I don't know,
Yeah.
like those feelings that's just like, holy cow, like I think I finally found like a purpose, or like I know,
Yeah.
I don't know, and kind of just made me feel like, oh wow, like now I really know what it feels like to really live for something.
Yeah.
And
How cool.
just have that drive you and get you through anything.
What kind of, since you mentioned your mom and Jesus in this song, what kind of encouragement did she give you that wasn't coming from your dad?
Obviously, me and my dad have the same musical artist qualities, but my mom's a lot more understanding and more intuitive and kind of gets me more than my dad can be more stubborn, and she's a sweetheart, and she's a great mom, and she we just kind of click on it, more of an internal thing, and so whenever she has like problems, like believe it or not, out of everybody, she vents to me. We just kind of always click like that.
Yeah.
So I could even come to like her and complain about dads, whatever. And it's not like she was always going to be like, oh, it's okay, baby, whatever. But, you know, she could be like, I get what you're saying, you know.
What'd she have to say when you played her the song?
I actually just sent her it, and I was just like, wrote a song about you today, you know, and she was like, I love it. But
so you're fixing to do a college tour,
mm-hmm.
doing your own thing, and playing clubs and stuff like that mostly.
Yep.
You nervous about going out and having your name at the top of the marquee now?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, you know, because it puts more stress on, like, how's the place going to fill up or who's going to be there. And it's not like we haven't, over the past couple of years, played shows, you know, in those bars for, like, 3 people,
right?
You know, whatever. So it's not like that, but this is actually, like, a promoted, like, this is Tucker Beathard's tour, you know, type thing.
How'd you pick the places you're playing?
Kind of based all around Big Ten schools. Because my older brother plays quarterback for Iowa. We just want to do a Big Ten college tour.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
You'll do great, man.
Yeah, we got Aubrey Sellers coming out, too. I'm a huge fan of her. I think she's cool. So
yeah.
That'll be a lot of fun.
So have you guys buds or whatever? How'd you pick her to go out with you?
We've known each other, and I've been a fan of her music. I think she's doing something different, and she's just a cool chick.
Y'all have a ball. I'll try and get out there and see you.
That'd be cool.
Good luck to you, and congrats on your hit, too, man.
Thank you very much.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
More to come.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Thank you.